takes a different level. Let me quickly rope in Sree Iyer. Sree Iyer, we've been seeing so much propaganda by the Pakistanis. The Pentagon has now come out and said that, look, we didn't do any count, we are not aware of this any count. The Indian Air Force has come out and given very specific details of the sightings, of the radar, of the details of the number of ejections that happened. Pakistan has admitted that they used F-16s. They are insisting that 2 planes went down. One plane was obviously Abhinandan's MiG-21. We don't know what their second plane was. Obviously it's the Pakistani plane. How do we now prevent us being bamboozled, rigmarolled into copy-pasting this propaganda?
You know, the people of India are not that dumb. They can sift the chaff from the grain. And if you look at the last few elections, you know, whether it was Brexit or the US 2016 presidential election, weaponizing social media has become quite common. But I think there has been enough caution that has been put out that people will be more, considerate. They, I think, have their own idea of which is the reliable media source and which is not. And I can tell you why this US magazine probably put it out. At last count, there are close to 400 lobbyists working on part of the Pakistani government in the United States setup, whereas India can only count on a handful. So you are having an asymmetric dissemination of information, and it is going to take some time before the Indian side starts getting more prominence. There are 2 congressmen of Indian American origin now. That's it. And there are about close to 1 million Indians I take that back.
3 million.
What, 3%? 3 million. 3 million Indians now in the United States. So you will start seeing more Indian Americans enter the Congress first, and perhaps then to the Senate.
It makes a difference, but in the end, these kind of things, I feel, need to be dealt with facts, which is why we spend so much time looking at this in clear photo analysis, rather than just shouting and screaming at each other, which proves
okay, and I would avoid these kind of
I'm short of time,
which helps Pakistani
and Sree Iyer, how important is that? Because we've tried to spend a lot of time here, first analyzing everything, speaking to the experts, getting information from the Indian Air Force. We spent a lot of time discussing on Friday with the Indian Air Force off camera what this foreign policy article said, and that actually led them to issue a statement in the evening, because in this point of time, there's no point us sitting with a Munib Qadir or somebody else and just they are saying you liar, we say you liar. It doesn't achieve anything. You have to examine these things, and if they have to be debunked, debunk them point to point. But there are lots of people, sir, who are more than willing to pick up these foreign policy articles, other articles, and say, oh, look here, this is what actually happened.
See, you're dealing with the rogue army of a failed nation. And India is a professional armed forces organization and a mature country. And I think the people of India know this. They also know that some vested interests inside India are bent upon doing this kind of mischief. Look at a couple of other things that happened. There was an attempted jailbreak from Srinagar jail. There was an uprising in Pashtun. Nobody talks about these things. So the point I'm trying to make is, this is a failed state. It is going to break up under its own weight. You just have to give the little bit of push and shove here and there.
But how important is